Good morning, class. Now, from today onwards, we are going to start with a final examination syllabus. Now, we are going to start with a play today. Now, I hope you all remember that we have ended our syllabus on chapter 9, that was Beauty and the Beast, part 1. And I have already told you that there are two parts of this play. First one we have read in the post periodic one, and the second one is in the final examination syllabus. Now, I hope you all remember that we have ended Beauty and the Beast part 1, where the merchant promised the beast that he will send one of his three girls to the beast, and that's a promise which the merchant made to the beast. Now, in this Beauty and the Beast part 2, we are going to start with scene 4 today. Now, as we have ended scene 3 in chapter 9, Beauty and the Beast part 1, and in this Beauty and the Beast part 2, we are going to start with scene 4. In this scene 4, the merchant and George come back to their house with a rose in their hands and with a treasure of gems, which they were given by the beast in return of the promise that he will send one of his three girls to him. Now let us begin with the play that is on chapter 10, Beauty and the Beast part 2 in our books. Now let us read the chapter and let me explain you the story of this play. Today we are going to read only scene 4. Now let us begin. Let us begin with a new chapter, that is Beauty and the Beast part 2 from a course book, that is for final examination syllabus. This chapter is on page number 109, chapter 10. Now today, as I have already told you, that we are going to start with scene 4 today. We are going to read only scene 4. In this, the merchant house, Joseph, Jack, April, June and Beauty are in the room. In this, all are in the room. Beauty is the only working. I hope you all remember that in part 1, Beauty was the only working child. Others were busy with their jewelry, some were busy with their new clothes. The door opens and the merchant and George enter. Merchant and George enter in this scene 4. Beauty running to the door. Beauty runs fast towards the door. Father, George, you are back at last. Beauty said, Father and George, you both are back. Merchant, Beauty, my dear, it's wonderful to be home. Still working hard, I see. Merchant said, Oh, Beauty, my dear, it's wonderful to see you. And you are still working in your house. April, Oh, Father, we had a dreadful time without you here. April said that she said in a tone like this that she is suffering from fear. She said in this tone to his father that, Oh, Father, we have a dreadful time without you. Without you, we can't live. Just look at the state of my dress. Again, he started talking about his dress. June, and mine. June said, Mine also. Jack, welcome home, Father. Jack said, Welcome to your home, Father. Joseph, Yes, welcome home. Both of you. Jack and I have just got back ourselves. Joseph said, Jack and I have got just back to the home. Jack, Yes, Father, we have found some work at last. Jack said that we also have found some work. We start on Monday and so we have to leave very soon. Jack said that we too have to start on work on Sunday and we have to leave from here very soon. George, it's lucky for us that we returned to find you here. George said, It's lucky for us that when we returned to the home, we have found you here only. Merchant, Yes, it's wonderful to see you all again, but I have some good and some bad news. Merchant said, It's wonderful. That means it's very good for me to see all of you here. But I have some good and some bad news also for you all. Beauty. Oh no, not more bad news. Beauty said, oh no, because she don't want to hear any bad news again. She only wants to hear some good news. But father was having, that means the merchant was having both the news. So one was good and other one was bad. Now let us turn the page and move to page number 110. Merchant. The good news is that I have a rose for you, Beauty. He hands her the rose. Merchant said, the good news is only this, that I am having a red rose in my hand. And he gives the rose to the Beauty. Beauty. How lovely. And it smells so sweet. Beauty takes it in her hand and she said that how lovely it is and the smell of it is very nice. April, I hope you did not bring roses for us as well, father. April said, I hope you have not brought roses for us also, because we don't want rose and all. June, I hope not. George, father has brought a whole chest of treasures back. George said, father has got a chest of treasures. Treasures means a precious metals or some of the gems also. Father has got some of the gems and the metals back. He got it from someone called the Beast. George said he got it from the person named Beast. But I was asleep and never saw this strange person. George said, I was sleeping at that time when father took a chest of treasures from Beast, because as I was sleeping, I haven't seen that person named Beast. Jack, the Beast, who on the earth is he? Jack asked that who is Beast and who on the earth is he? Merchant, well, George, I was lost in the forest one night and we found a castle. We decided to spend the night there. Merchant said that George, we were lost in the forest and we have found a castle in the forest, and that castle was that only in which the father and George decided to stay for a night. But I foolishly picked a rose for Beauty, and I saw that rose there and I fell on it and just plucked that from that garden for Beauty. The owner, the Beast, was very angry with me. The owner of that castle, that was the Beast, was very angry with me. Joseph, he did not harm you, did he? Joseph said, he did not harm you. Have he harmed you anywhere? Merchant, no, he didn't, Joseph. Merchant said, no, he didn't harm me anywhere. But it is worse than that. He will kill me if I do not send one of the 3 girls to him. Merchant said that he did not harm me anywhere. Merchant answered to Joseph's questions that he did not harm me anywhere. But something worse is more than that. That he would kill me if I did not send one of my 3 girls to him. So I made him a promise, otherwise he will kill me. I don't want to die. Because of this only, that he would kill me, I have made him the promise that I will send one of my 3 girls to him. Because the merchant don't want to die. Beauty, oh father, it's all my fault. You picked the rose for me, Beauty said. Yes, father, it's all my fault because you only picked the rose for me. So I will return to the castle in your place. I will return to the castle in your place. I will go to that castle instead of you. I don't want you to die, Beauty said. I don't want you to die. I will go there. April, yes, you should go, Beauty. It's only fair. April said, yes, you should go to that castle. It's only fair. June, and we too. can find husbands now. June said, yes, you can go now, and we can also find husbands for us. Jack, what do you mean? Jack said, what do you mean by this? June, father has returned with great treasures. Jack, we are rich again, so finding suitable husbands will be easy. June said, father has returned with great treasures, so it will be easy for us, and we are all rich again, so it will be easy for us to find our husbands now. George, and what about Beauty? George said, what about Beauty? April, well, she did ask for a rose, and father brought her the one. April said that she have asked her father to bring a rose only, and father have brought that to her. She asked for trouble, and she has got it. She himself asked for her trouble, and she have got that herself only. George, I shall go with her to keep her safe. George said, I will go with Beauty to keep her safe. Now here we end with scene 4 today. You have now homework for you all is to you have to just go thoroughly with this scene 4. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Read it carefully. Thank you.